You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. Now let's talk.
Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop. Don't stop on the road of life. You can't stop. You can't stop moving. Keep move. Keep that pace. You switching to gear. Let's go as we climb up the hill. Don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working. It's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady. Don't watch the clock go round. Cycle.
Greetings, my visionary dreamers. How's everybody doing on Let's Talk Sunday? This is Adionne. Listen up. Listen.
We are learning, always turning later. Cannot stop the time. Always merging into lanes that better suit us as we ride. Switch it up. Switching to gear, let's go. As we climb up the hill, don't slow down. Pedal a little more. The mind is working, it's in control. Your wheels are turning a little more. Going higher another notch. Keep it steady, don't watch the clock go round.
As I said, this is Adionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from the world, from yourself, from some real bullshit. And this is the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. You know us extra ordinary folk. Doing the damn thing the best way we can. And today's topic is straight to the point. Would you want to date you? Yeah, it might be incorrect the way I'm saying it, but I can't say it no other way but that way. Would you want to date you? And I know some of y'all out there are probably like, wow, would I? If you gotta ask yourself, would you want to date you? There's a problem. There's a real problem. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Because now, let me tell you, this topic came about actually, I think Friday. Yeah, I think it was Friday. I was listening to this guy on YouTube, and he used to be a player. So he says. And so now he's changed his life. Well, it's been some years, but he's changed his life. And so he's giving advice to women, men, whatever, that's dating or that want to date or that's in a relationship. So as I was listening to him, he said something to the effect of, would you want to, I don't know if he said it that way, but he said something to that effect of, would you want to date you? And I was like, wow, that's a deep question, because I don't think that we think about that. We want what we want. We want the best person out there for us, And I probably should have said, would you date you? Would you give you the opportunity that you're looking for? But I think that was too long. But I'm still going to touch on that too, because you have to know that you got you in order. You know, we don't think about that. We just go out here and we're ready to date, and we're just hoping that we find this dream person, this dream mate. But we're not a dream mate. We're not in shape, or we're not, we don't have ourselves together. But yet we're looking for this person that's all together. And so I thought this was good to talk about. And then, too, because of course I was kind of running late, I had a very full, awesome weekend. I mean, this weekend was fun, it was productive. I mean, all the way to the end, all the way until I pushed the go live button. It ended off with me leaving one of my uh, visionary dreamers, I don't like to call it clients, but my visionary dreamers' homes, and working with her for her business, on her business, on her website. And it was so exciting to help her put her stuff together, help her see her vision start to come to reality. And she herself was kind of all over the place. And she admitted that she had some work to do, you know, but sometimes it takes somebody else to kind of put you on a spot to make you start examining you, you know? And that's basically what I did. I kind of put her on a spot and let her go. But also, y'all know I've been single for a long time. Um, I really wouldn't say I'm single right now, but I've been single for a long time. And the reason why I chose to be single was because I knew that I had some work to do on me. And everybody else couldn't understand why I was single. Why is it that I was single for so many years? I mean, I've always dated here and there, but why was I single for so many years? One, obviously, I didn't meet the right mate at that time. And then two, I didn't meet the right mate because I wasn't right. And y'all know I share this with y'all, that when my son went off to college, everybody was like, oh, you got to get out here. You got to get on a dating site. You got to go here and meet this person, and you need a man, all of this stuff. And they couldn't understand why I was like, no, I'm not ready for that. I need to focus on me. I need to know who I am. I need to know what I want. Not just in a mate, but what do I want? You know what I'm saying? Out of life. What do I want to accomplish in life? What do I want to leave as a legacy? And am I in order enough to be able to play that part? You know? Am I ready to be somebody's mate? You know? So I say all of this to say, you got to start looking at yourself and being honest. If you walking outside and you don't even care to make sure your hair right, make sure you brush your teeth, just put on some deodorant, just, make sure you up to par. The littlest things that is like a necessity. But yet you want this person that smell all good, that hair is all straight, and, teeth all gleaming, but yours is jacked. Like, that ain't right. Who used to say that? I think Chris Rock. That ain't right. That is not right. That you're looking for someone but you're not looking at yourself before you leave the house in the mirror. Or you have kids and your kids is just out of order. They like baby kids. If you remember that movie or that cartoon, Baby Kids, where I think the comedian name was Robert or Robin, or I can't remember his last name, but he was funny. And Baby Kids was just that. They was just out of order. You know what I mean? He was dating somebody and he really liked this girl, but her kids was out of order. And a lot of times, that is what happened. A lot of times, that is the reason why a lot of women are single, because they let their kids just do whatever. They be disrespectful. I might have said that wrong, but they're disrespectful, or they just out of order, you know? And she's so focused on going to get her hair done, or hair did, nails did, feet did, all of this, going out to the club, trying to buy the finest clothes and look like Beyonce or whatever, trying to make sure they are together, or, that you are together, but yet you not handling your business at home. But yet you trying to bring a man into that situation, a good man at that. Come on, it's not gonna work. And on the flip side, you a man, and yet you coming outside, and I'm sorry, pants all sagging all off your behind. Y'all know what I was gonna say. I try not to say too many curse words, but your pants is all sagging all off your behind, but yet you want a Michelle Obama type of woman. Come on, look at yourself. Would you date you? Seriously, you know? It's not about, going out here, and you can pretty much, I think everybody can have anybody they desire. But if it's not on your level, and when I say on your level, I don't mean that just because a woman or a man might be in a high power position and you're not, that they're not on your level. What I'm saying is your mental state, your spiritual state, your emotional state. You know what I mean? That plays a huge part in attracting the right people, attracting the people that can help you to grow and become a better individual, you know? Now, I'm not saying, oh, that's the only reason why you should be looking for somebody, but it is the main reason. Why would you hook up with someone that is not going to enhance you, you know? Not going to make you challenge yourself? That's what we should be looking for when we going out here to find a significant other, you know? But a lot of us, sometimes we'll go out here, and just because we're single, we'll just take the first person that tell us we look good, or the first person that do something, one thing that's nice that maybe we never had before, somebody do for us before. We will accept less than the best because we're not in position that we can actually look at ourselves and say we would date ourselves. We don't feel good about us, rather be inside and out. But if you don't feel good about yourself from the inside, it doesn't matter what you do to your outside to look good. It's still going to come through. It's going to seep through your pores. Just like a chain smoker, even if they haven't smoked one cigarette in a day, but because they're a chain smoker, you can still smell it. coming through their pores. They might have just decided, oh, I'm quitting. I'm not smoking no more. But yet because they are just starting to clean themselves up and stop smoking, you still smell the scent of smoke on their body through their mouths. They could brush their teeth, but you still smell it. Now, I don't need no hate comments from you smokers out there. You shouldn't be smoking them doggone cancer sticks anyway. So maybe this is for somebody that want to stop, but is telling themselves that they can't stop. It's time to stop, okay? So I'm still on the same situation because would you date you if you knew how other people felt about somebody, the smell of smoke on your body? Because I know me, I can't date somebody that smokes cigarettes. Never did. Matter of fact, one time in my life, some years and years ago, I dated this guy that smoked cigarettes. And what I told him was this: you will never kiss my lips as long as you're smoking those cigarettes. Now, he didn't smell like smoke, but he still smoked, here and there. He didn't smoke in my presence, but I knew he smoked because he wouldn't have got that close to me. But he knew I was serious. And this is when, what is it, the nigger derm? I think that's what they call patches first came out. He went and bought some patches, and they was running about $100 a box. And this was like over 15 years ago or something, probably even more. And it was in my 20s. So yeah, it was over 20 years ago. But he went and decided that, okay, I need to clean up myself to have this person, and she's worth it. So I'm going to go and do what I got to do. You know what I mean? He did it. We didn't last, but at least I helped him kick the habit of smoking. So that's probably why I was put in this life. But I say all that to say, when you got bad habits, would you date somebody with a bad habit? Think about the thing that you really can't stand that a person does, okay? And then think about your bad habit. Now, why is it that you can't accept that person for whatever their bad habit is that just totally annoys you, but you want somebody to accept you for a bad habit that you have that you just know is not right? You know it's not beneficial to you. You know what I mean? It don't matter what it is. Whether it's you're drinking a lot, you're on drugs, you're just not taking care of yourself physically, you overeating, whatever the habit is that is going to mess with your health. Who wants to date someone that is not doing what they need to do to keep up with their health? You know what I mean? Things can happen to you, right? But once you find out what's going on with you, if it's something that's not in your control, or even if it's in your control, but something happened that made your health be in jeopardy, then you need to get on it. You need to get on it to fix whatever it is, But when it's something that you are causing on your own and you know that you're going to put your life in jeopardy, like smoking cigarettes, doing drugs, drinking a lot, then come on. How can you expect to attract somebody that don't have bad habits? That's what you're going to do. You're going to attract another person that has a bad habit that's not beneficial to them because you're not handling that within you, And again, I say, if it's something that just happens, and you didn't know that like a certain thing that you're eating didn't agree with your system, or you know, just a certain exercise that you do is straining something on your body and put something out of whack, then that's something different. But you still can work on changing it, you know? We gotta start looking at ourselves. And y'all know basically that's what this show is about. It's about reflecting on yourself. It's about making sure that you don't cause the bullshit to come to you. It's about making sure that you identify drama before you get in it. That's what the show is about. So it's about doing the things that we need to do to maintain working towards becoming the best version of you, of me. That's what I do. Every day, that is what I set out to do, is to work towards becoming the best version of me. Because as I'm working towards becoming the best version of me, guess what's going to happen? I'm going to attract other people that are working towards becoming the best version of themselves. And if they're not in their process, when I meet them, the energy that I give off, if that's what they want in their life, but maybe they just don't know how to work towards it, they're going to start asking questions. They're going to identify, like, hey, it seems like you are working towards a lot of goals, and I always see you moving towards good things. How is it that you can do that? What is it that you set for your goals, or how do you set goals? Because I understand that a lot of us don't even know how to set goals. And then sometimes we can set goals and we fall off and we don't know how to get back up or get back on it. We decide that we're going to start working out to get in better shape, or not even just in better shape, just in better health. And then something happens where something personal happens within a family or whatever, and it just knocks the energy out of you and you fall off. And then one day you realize, you know what? I haven't worked out in like a month. And so mentally, it's like, okay, I know I got to do this. I'm going to get back on it tomorrow. And then tomorrow turns into next week. And the next week turns into next month. What you need to do is, soon as you identify that you fell off on whatever it was that you were doing to reach for becoming a better you, you need to get on it right then and there. Because obviously you identified with it at that time, because you need to get on it right then and there, So this is what I'm saying about pay attention to you. Sometimes it don't take everybody else to tell you what you need to do. I mean, it can enforce it, it can confirm it, it can, somebody else telling you what they see and what they're observing, it can, encourage you. But ultimately, we know ourselves better than anybody else. There are sometimes people know us better than we know ourselves if we're not paying attention to ourselves. And that might sound crazy, but it's the truth. I've had people tell me that they believe I know them better than they know themselves, because of the fact that I am great I've been blessed with the gift of seeing people's potential and identifying that within them and pretty much giving them a game plan as to how to reach their full potential. Not to say that everybody takes the advice, but it's been my experience that those that do wind up realizing a lot of the things that they had within them. And what happens is this: once they start on that path, they identify other things that they didn't know about themselves, you know, and they get excited about who they are and the gifts that they have to share with the world. And that's where we need to be in life. We need to get excited about who we are, about where we are in life. Once we can get excited about who we are and where we are in life, let's say this, maybe not where we are in life, because you might not be in the best position, but let's say this, get excited about where you're going in life. Because once you decide to start looking at you and truly being honest with yourself as to who you are right now, as I'm talking, really, I'm saying really be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, who am I? You know, what do I have to offer? What do I have to offer a man, a woman, a spouse, a friendship? You know? And I know friendship is not dating, but in a way, it can be dating. Because when you have a friendship, you go out with each other, you have fun together, you know, you share stories together, you share conversation. So it's kind of like dating in a sense, you know. So it's like, would you be friends with you? Are you a person that you believe is a good friend? Are you loyal? Are you supportive? You know, that can go both ways. Rather be dating a spouse or a potential mate, partner, or becoming friends, associates with somebody new. Would you want to hang with you with your attitude, you know, the way you do things, the way you respect yourself, respect people, you know? Think about that. I mean, that's really deep, you know? Would you want to hang out with you? And some people wonder why they have no friends. They have, you know, they've been single for so long. And again, you might be like me. Decide that you want to be single until you know that you are on fleek, as they say in Georgia. As I said last week, I believe I am at a point in my life where I am becoming the best version of me. And the reason why I say becoming, because you're always growing. You're always growing. You're always learning. And the day that you think that you don't need to learn anymore is the day that you stop growing. So you need to be prepared to learn more about yourself until you leave this time, space, and reality. Because what that does is this: as you're growing, as you're learning, and the people whose paths you come across on a daily basis, you're given such good energy because you're continuing on this path of growth. Growth. That's what it's all about, you know? So being honest with yourself, and sometimes it can be hurtful. If you really keep it real with yourself and you think about who you are, who you've been, or who you are becoming. And if you don't like it as you dig deep, don't be disappointed. Don't be disappointed. It's people that are disappointed with themselves. There has been times in my life that I was disappointed with myself. So I know that this is true. You know, you could be disappointed with yourself because you feel like you haven't accomplished certain goals at a certain point in your life. You could be disappointed within yourself because you feel like not only did you let yourself down, you might have let your loved ones down, you know, but you got to start looking at it like a learning experience. You got to start learning from yourself, not just learning from other people, but learning from yourself. Knowing that it's a teachable moment for yourself, you know? You can do that. You can actually do that. You can actually sit down and write a list of your characteristics. Matter of fact, you need to do that. Sit down, write a list, put characteristics, put one side likes, one side dislikes, and be honest with yourself and write down the things that you just simply like and love about yourself. Two levels, like and love. The like is, I like this about myself, but this is something that I can do better at, or this is an area I could do better in. And the dislikes is just plain and simple. I don't like this about myself. You know, I don't like when I judge people. I don't like when I talk about people. I don't like when I don't keep up with my house, the cleaning up when I know it's out of order. I don't like the fact that I don't commit to myself. I don't like the fact that I don't show up for myself or I break commitments to myself. A lot of us out here break commitments to ourselves, but yet we want to date somebody that we want to be committed to us. Listen to what I'm saying. We break commitments to ourselves, but yet we want somebody to be committed to us. How can you expect something like that? You have to first learn how to commit to yourself. Learn how to set goals and achieve them, no matter how long it takes. Because when you get to that point that you are writing down goals, you are making commitments to yourself, whatever the commitment is, whatever the goal is, it could be something real small. Like, you know what? I need to get up an hour early every day. That is a commitment to yourself. It seems small, but you'll be amazed at what you could do with 1 hour. I'm telling you, this weekend was so full, between me and my friend accomplishing some things and just having fun, between getting with my visionary dreamer and putting in work with her. I mean, I maximized this weekend. Really. I'm so proud of me. I got a lot of things accomplished and still enjoyed every minute while I was accomplishing it. And a lot of it was because I've held commitments to myself. So I'm attracting people that want to be committed to me, whether it be through friendship, whether it be through, what I'm doing, the services that I'm providing, I'm attracting people that want my services, you know? That's what it's all about. I decided to clean me up, to treat me the way I want to be treated. That's what you got to do. Treat yourself the way you want other people to treat you. When you start treating yourself like that, people will just come from everywhere and just want to just help you. I mean, it was like we went out. Okay, so me and my friend, we went out, and it was crazy. It was this restaurant that was basically 5-star restaurant, and you had to have reservations, but we didn't really know. We just took a chance to go, kind of Googled it, type of thing. And first, it looked like it was no parking. Then all of a sudden, there was one parking spot. Bam, right there, close to the door. Got the parking spot. See a couple come out of the restaurant, like kind of disappointed, like, you got a reservation? Okay, well, you might not get in. We should still, okay. My friend's like, let's just see what's up. Go into place. It's like somebody else, another couple. You got a reservation? Way to come up. You got a reservation? No. That's what she said. Well, let me get you a table. The other people left. The other couple was waiting. And then another couple came in while she's fixing the table and says they had a reservation. But I think they was like maybe 15 minutes late. We were getting their reservation. We just was quiet, And then after that, it seemed like everybody was coming to us, just making sure we just had the best service. It was amazing how we didn't have a reservation, but I felt like we did. And I say all that to say, that came because I decided that I want to be helpful to people. I want to, every time I come across somebody's path, I'm going to be courteous to them. I'm going to be considerate, helpful. So therefore, wherever I go, and my friend was like, this is you, like you attracted all of this. But my attitude is like, wherever I go, people want to help me. You know what I mean? And that might sound a little cocky, but it's not. Because if that's the energy that you give out, then it has to come back to you. So when I say, do you want to date you? Would you date you in the current state that you're at right now? What type of person are you? Are you helpful to people? Are you considerate to people? Do you go that extra mile for someone? Don't expect nobody to go the extra mile for you if that's not what you want to do for somebody. And I'm not saying that this is something that you got to do all the time. I'm not saying that. Sometimes you might have those days that you just want to be to yourself. That's okay. But what I'm saying to you is when opportunities present themselves, that it's just you and another person in a room and they need help with something, and it ain't no sweat equity off your back to help them, then do it. You never know. That might be a test to see if you would be helpful, and then later on down the line, you might be in that same position. I can remember a time when me and my cousin, and we had the kids with us, we was driving. I was in Philadelphia, and my cousin's sister, I call her, we was raised together. We were driving, but it was we were driving in her car because I was coming from out of town. But I was driving. That's what happens. I come into town, but yet I'm still driving, even if I don't have my car. It's crazy. Anyway, we're driving through the park. It's at night. And as we're driving, we see this young girl, and she got her kids. Well, we didn't know she had kids until we got out. Her car was on the side of the road, and so I got out to ask her, does she need any help or whatever like that, and she couldn't start the car. So I'm like, well, look, I'm driving my cousin's car, and I'm offering her a ride. But this is me. I don't know. This is me. So she's like, yeah, she needed a ride. And so I think we helped her. No, we was about to. Let me get it right. Okay, so we was about to help her push her car to the side because it was like kind of in the middle of the road. And it was just us women, me, my cousin, we had the kids, and then she had 2 kids. And then all of a sudden, because we were willing to help her and we were putting out that positive energy, all of a sudden, here comes this guy. He drives along. He see these 3 women, and he gets out his car. And he's like, what's going on? Y'all need help. So basically, he helped us push the car to the side. And then he asked, did she need a ride? We told him what was going on or whatever. And so we all looked at him like side-eyed, like, I don't know. So we talked to him for a bit. We was like, okay, where you live, this and that and the other. And then I got his number. I called his phone to make sure, that it rang. Took his address down. And I was like, well, your kids can't fit in the car because they both had car seats. And long story short, she got in the car with him. And he took her home. And I told her, basically, talk to me on the phone till you get home. You got to be, careful out here these times. So she got home and everything, and she called back and thanked me. And then on top of that, I was able to give her my mechanic's phone number, And so basically what it was doing was putting out good karma. And so I could remember being in Georgia, being stuck, and somebody this guy pulling over to ask me what was going on. And I can't remember exactly what was wrong with my car, but the guy just happened to be a mechanic. And he told me to bring the car to his shop, And then I brought the car to the shop. He looked at the car, and I'm serious. I can't remember what was wrong with the car, but I clearly remember this. The guy fixed the car, and I said, well, how much do it cost? And guess what he said? You don't owe me a thing. He fixed my car for free. This is what I'm saying. What you give out is what you're going to get back. So when you think about it, would you date yourself? Not only would you date yourself, but would you do for you? Wait, let me get it right. Would you do for you what you want somebody else to do for you? Because if you're not doing what you want somebody to do for you, for somebody else, how can you expect to get that? How can you expect somebody to do that thing for you? Whatever that thing is, whatever right now you want or you desire somebody to do for you, whether it be a friend, whether it be your mom, your dad, whatever. Now if it's your mom or your dad, and if it's something that's just, you can't do for somebody else, then okay. But you know what I'm saying. Keep it real with yourself. Keep it real. Whatever it is that you desire, whatever treatment you desire, you have to be honest with yourself. How you want to be treated, you have to start treating people that way. And it will return to you. I'm here to tell you, it will return to you. Might not be tomorrow, might not be next month, might not be next year. But when it shows up, you're going to know. And you're going to be like, wow, wow, you know. But when I say this, I'm not telling you to just do stuff and just expect for it to come back. I'm telling you, do it from a right heart. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Plain and simple. Treat people the way you want to be treated, and it will come back to you. When you least expect it, it will come back to you. So, that's my time. I didn't have the show prepared, but when I opened up my phone, and I say phone, that's what popped up. Would you date you? And when I saw that, and y'all know I write down different topics as I think about it or as I catch a person's conversation. But this time, it was just like, I opened up my cell, I went to my notes, and that thing said, bam, this is it. So I was like, I'm not going to write nothing down. I'm just going to go with the flow. Because this is something that I really know. I had to look at myself and ask myself, in my current state a year ago, would I date me? And the answer was no, I wouldn't. You know? But yet, I did want want that companionship, but I knew that what I was attracting was uncommitted people because I wasn't totally committed to myself. I wasn't totally in order. I was just getting things back on track. So get yourself in order, get things in order. And I'm not saying everything got to be perfect because I'm still working on myself and I'm still working on things. But when you start on that track, then you'll attract people that will help you complete what it is that you're working towards achieving. You will. Because you're serious about it and you're serious with yourself. So be serious with yourself, and then someone will come along and be serious with you. That's all I got to say. Start dating yourself so that you can know what it is that other people are looking at. Start dating you. Start taking yourself out. Start just doing things by yourself. Spending time with you. And being honest with yourself. Make that list. Make that like, dislike, love list. Put it on paper. Look at it. And start working on the dislikes. So that they can move over to the likes and the loves list. All right. So, this is Adionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. And I thank you. I thank all of you. I love y'all so much, more than y'all know. Thank you for the inboxes. Thank you for the emails. Just thank you, y'all. Encourage me, just as I hope that I encourage you. And I will talk to you guys on Wednesday. And until then, don't forget that you're extraordinary. You're extraordinary. Wherever you are, whatever you think about yourself right now, always remember this. You are enough and you are extraordinary. You just have to start keeping it real with yourself. Start telling yourself that. Start working towards it every day in a different way. Little by little. That's it. So, till Wednesday, Mom. I love you guys. I truly do. Peace. Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living, where we talk to
everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chronicles-of-livin-podcast. Until next time, this is Adionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.